What's up, clan? Island FX Trader here. Hope the week was good. Hope the trading week was good. Today we have somewhat of I would definitely consider it to be an important topic. This is more so for the traders who have been profitable or the traders who have gained from the market. Um, Oftentimes, you see people, and just off the top of my head, I could think of just a few, right, of individuals who actually profit from the market, but they don't profit large amounts the way that they would glamorize it on YouTube. So on YouTube, you would see somebody's calling out $10,000 payout, $15,000 payout, here, there, and everywhere, right? You don't even know if it's 100% true, in all honesty. I mean, look at the trading industry. Look at what it has been through. You know, companies like IML, and right now they're getting sued by the FTA, or So the trading industry, there is a handful of people who actually are profitable, people who actually do make money, right? And some of the things that I notice is that you do have people who make money, but not crazy amounts of money, right? um they would make $50 profit, and they would complain that the $50 is not enough. They would make $20 profit, they would complain the 20 is not enough. They would make $100 profit, they would complain the $100 is not enough. And that is actually really crazy. If you have to sit back and think, the percentage of traders that actually make money from the market compared to those that actually fail, trust me, you would appreciate that $50 or that $100 or that $20 so much more. The whole reason why prop firms are doing so well, the reality is they're making a lot of money off of failed traders who fail. This is essentially where they make majority of their money, if not all. At first, it was for the traders to help the traders, etc., etc. But a whole system was created so that they could make money off of traders, because they understand how difficult it is to trade and make money. So imagine you here and you seated and you talking about, man, I've been trading for a while, and I want to get past making 20 US. I want to get past making 50 US. I feel like I could and I should be making so much more. The thing is, you winning and you haven't even noticed that as yet. Your brain hasn't even processed that you're winning. The same trading strategy or the same trade ideas that would make you win 20 US or make you make 50 US. I don't want to say win, would make you make 50 US or 20 US or 100 US. These are the same trade ideas that will have you make 1,000 US. Because at the end of the day, all we're actually doing right here is just increasing our lot size. That's pretty much it. You trade, you look at your account size, you risk a certain percentage. As your account grows, you increase your lot size. That is pretty much it. So you've been winning before even recognizing that you've been winning, right? Chances are the $100 you would have made or the $20 that you would have made, didn't that 100 US, didn't it cover a bill? Wasn't it able to cover a bill? Wasn't it able to cover groceries for that week? Wasn't it able to cover daycare fees for your kid or your children if you have, right? All of these things are small wins. They are minute wins. However, it is those small wins that grow to becoming bigger wins at the end of the day. It is those same trade ideas that will eventually grow into bigger money making trade ideas. Like I mentioned, it's only a matter of changing the lot size. And of course, everything comes with time. You need to stop rushing. You need to stop rushing the process. You have to do your time in the markets. I recall saying that to a friend of mine just recently. Rome wasn't built in one day, right? Everything takes time. We have that mentality of get rich quick, whatever we want it now. But realistically, that is not how it is. And I could recall speaking about that in another video, right? It took a while for Amazon to establish itself. It took a while for Tesla to establish itself, right? And all of these guys are multi-millionaire entrepreneurs. So why do you think for you it's going to be any different? Think about that, right? So that's essentially the small talk I wanted to have with you today, just before I jump into somewhat of a trade recap. I made the switch to IC markets. I think I did say that in my last video. I made my switch to IC markets from the rave. If you didn't watch my last video, then you could take a look at that. And I did my first withdrawal. From IC markets just recently. I'm going to, I guess, put it up somewhere. It was for about 200 US. With that 200 US here, typical example, I went ahead and I bought my nephew's school shoe. That's a win. That's a win. If you're not trading full time and you have a job, that is it. Essentially, it prevents you from putting your hands in your pocket when you get paid from your other job. That's the reality of it, right? Okay, so this is a quick clip of the trade that we took on Friday, after which I will do a complete breakdown of what I saw on my thought process at the time. All right, so now that we're on the charts, now that we're on TradingView, let's just get straight to it. USD CAD. So this was the breakdown for that particular trade. Okay, so what I saw at the time was a 4-hour order block. Just going to go ahead and mark off the order block. All right, here, let me just put it all the way here. So this was the 4-hour order block that I saw, and I was interested in seeing how price would react within that order block. I know some people mark off here as their order block, for a tighter zone, but me personally, I look at where the buying pressure started before the displacement to the downside. That's how I do it. In my opinion, you don't miss out on a lot of opportunities when you do it this way. So this is how I mark off my order block. So let's just get back into it. When price came into that zone on the 4-hour, essentially we were looking for a break below those lows that came nicely into that order block. All right, so we had one expansion to the downside right here. Let me just put that back in place. We had one expansion to the downside, right? Disrespecting this low. This was definitely something that I wanted to see. That was looking good, right? Then we had another expansion to the downside, a secondary expansion to the downside, also closing below this low as well, right? So after I got that, all I did was just wait for price to retrace back into the zone. Okay, so we waited for retracement back into the zone, and of course after we got that retracement, we entered, our stops was above this high right here. You could see price consolidated for a while. Price um, pushed even higher up, and then price kind of melted to the downside. In terms of my TP, like I always mention, I like my 4-hour lows, the close, and anything above that, right? So I was trying to, my thought process at the time was, do I put my TP here lower for 1:1.9, or do I put it higher for the 1:1.62, right? Which is that low right here. All I did, I went down to my daily, and what I noticed is we have a daily close right here. I always like my whatever close that I am focused on, I want to see it pair up nicely with the higher time frame close as well. So if I have a 4-hour close and I notice that before price reach that 4-hour close, there's a daily close above it, I will go with the daily close, right? So right here we had the daily close nicely. We had the daily close that was also pairing with the 4-hour close. So guess what? Opposed to going for this 4-hour close, always go to your line chart so you could see. Instead of going for this one, I went for this one, and you could see after price stopped me right here, price started retracing a bit. That doesn't mean price is not going to go down here, but remember, at the time it was probably like 3 o'clock on a Friday, and of course, you know, the market is just trying its best to get to whatever liquidity or whatever drawn liquidity that it is headed to at the time. So this just makes total sense. Price hits it and then price wicked a bit, but that was essentially it for the trade. If you did enjoy the trade at all, if you did enjoy the content, of course, feel free to leave a like. It's always appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment. It's free of charge. And of course, feel free to subscribe. But that's it for today. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.